I was coming to this city, people were telling me you're gonna have like minus 40 degrees, minus 50 degrees. I was like, what kind of maths is that? Come on, it doesn't get that bad. Come on, forget that thing. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soso. For those of you who don't know, now you know. If you're new here, do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below, turn on your notification button so you don't miss a video from me. If you're an old subscriber, welcome back. Now let's get right into the video. So this is not the video I planned for this week. I mean, for those of you who took my poll on Instagram, you know this. Please forgive me. That video is gonna come, don't worry. I have it in mind. I'm gonna share it. I didn't post any video last week because I was in this place where my creativity kind of jumped out the window. My vibe was out the window because of everything that's going on. I just wasn't feeling myself too much, so I decided to just take that last week break. But then Google reminded me a few days ago that it's been 1 year since I took a leap of faith and moved out to the city, Winnipeg. Yay! It's been a year since I moved down to Winnipeg from Toronto, and I felt like now is the perfect time to give a 1 year life update on living in Winnipeg, how it is, the things I do not like about the city and the things that I like. So this video is going to be a two-part video, but I always like to start with the bad news. So this one is about the things that I do not like about Winnipeg, and then the next video coming next week or the week after would be things that I do really like about this city. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Before I start, I would like to put this disclaimer out there. Like I said, it is my personal things that I don't like about the city, and I feel like a lot of the things you would not also like about the city, it depends on your person, like who you are, your kind of person basically. So this is my personal least favorite things about the city, although there are so many that everyone kind of agrees on. It's like a general dislike that everybody I know have about the city. So whatever, let's just go into it. The first one is, I think we can all agree that Winnipeg is cold. Hey God, this city is a coat of many colors.
Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Like, this city is so cold. I don't even know how I'm going to describe this for you guys that you guys can understand. As at April, the end of April, we were still not able to take off our jackets. Who are you? Who be you? Who born you? Like, every city was out there wearing, tank tops, showing skin. Winnipeg, we were still wearing, like, I couldn't wear this out. You can't even try it. Like, out of Canada is divided into like 5 regions. I don't really remember off my head. I think it's the Atlantic, the North, the West Coast, the Central Canada, and the Prairie region. So out of the 3 Prairie region, it is Manitoba that I think is the coldest, because of those 3 they have Manitoba, Saskatchewan. Is it Saskatchewan they call it, or Saskatoon? Whatever. That city name can cut your tongue. One, Manitoba, Saskatoon, and Alberta. I think Manitoba is the coldest of those 3. When I was coming to this city, people were telling me like, you're gonna have minus 40 degrees, minus 50 degrees. I was like, what kind of maths is that? Come on, it doesn't get that bad. Come on, forget that thing. Come on. When the cold started, your girl cried. I'm not even joking. For the first time in my life, after living in Canada for about 3 years, going to 4 years now, because I spent like 2 years already in Toronto, I got frostbite. my legs were not moving. It was like the blood in my leg has been taken for accidents, you know. I couldn't feel my legs sometimes when I'm coming back from work. It would just be frozen. When I get home and I take my shoes off, my legs would just be frozen. Like, I can't feel it for like the next 5 minutes. This city is cold, and I think every Winnipegger can agree that that is one thing that we all share mutual understanding. We don't like the cold in this city. For some reason, that is why they call it Winnipeg. It is not Winnipeg, it is called Winnipeg. This city is cold, massive, and not just that, it has, I think the city has like extreme of everything on both sides. When it's summer, it's extremely hot, because I came in summer. I came June last year, so I spent summer here. I burnt. You know when they say burnt offering? I burnt. This 𝘽𝙎𝙎𝙎 you are seeing right now, I was red. I'm gonna try and see if I can insert a video of when I went to one festival like that on the market square. I'm gonna see if I can insert that video. I burnt. You won't believe it's me. I was red like bell pepper. So this city, for that cold, I'm gonna be balling out pretty soon. The second thing I really do not like about the city, and I found out quickly when I got here, when I got a job, is first of all the tax rates. So now Winnipeg shares the same tax rate with Toronto. Like, they are taking the same tax percent off my salary. But income is not the same. Like, why are you gonna do us like this? Why are you gonna be like that? How are you having the same tax rates, interest, with a very big city, a massive city that has every opportunity with high minimum wage, and your minimum wage is freaking low? Winnipeg minimum wage is, I think, about $11. Toronto is like 14 the last I checked. I don't know how much it is right now. That's their minimum wage. So because of that, even if you earn above minimum wage, you still don't earn as much as someone who earns above minimum wage in Toronto. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, even let's say you earn minimum wage, you don't earn as much as someone who earns minimum wage in Toronto. If you earn a little bit above minimum wage, you probably will be on the same level with a minimum wage earner in Toronto. But they have the same tax interest, like 15%, a bit 13%. Why? Why are you gonna do that? For that one, when it comes to money, I don't think I like this city for that. No, I don't like you. The third one is, I'm gonna put my hands on my head for this one because I suffer it every blessed day of my life. Transit is terrible.
Ha! Rono.
Hey! I thought Toronto Transit was bad when I got to Winnipeg. Come and be waiting for bus, like at the bus stop. You're gonna wait, you're gonna wait, you're gonna wait. Because I don't know, the bus system is just somehow. Whether they don't have enough buses. I mean, I can't complain because when I was coming here, I was coming with the vibe of coming to a pretty small city, so these things should not surprise me. But you know, coming from Toronto, hello, hello, it's gonna surprise me because there's something I'm used to. Do you understand? This city, their transit system is terrible, especially in winter. You're gonna cry. You will cry. In fact, you're going to be frustrated. Like, this city is a city you shouldn't live in if you don't drive. Period.
Period.
If you don't drive, don't live in Winnipeg. Jesus.
Hey! Papa God, help me.
After I got to Winnipeg, I started praying to God for a car almost every blessed day because I can't deal with the transit system. In winter, you wait for a bus for like 1 hour, 30 minutes. You wait for a bus for like 1 hour. You'll be looking at your bus, Winnipeg Bus Live. There's an app that you use to track buses live, like live. It's supposed to be live, oh, but you'll be looking at that app. You'll be seeing delayed, 5 minutes time, 10 minutes time. The next thing you see, 30 minutes time. I'm trying to get home after a long ass day. Hi. I can't forget. See, the day that this thing really pained me, I'm gonna do story time another day. It's not today, no, it's not today. The next thing that I do not like about this city, and this one can be on a good side or a bad side, depending again on your kind of person. It just depends on who you are as a person, is the fact that everybody knows everybody. Hey God, Winnipeg is a self-contained. You know, for my Nigerian people, you know what self-contained is? Yes. For Canada people, it's bachelor. Everyone knows everybody. Of course, that is expected because it is a small city. Like I said, you can get from the beginning of the city to the end of the city in like 40 minutes or 35 minutes. So everyone kind of just knows everyone. And I don't know how else to explain that, but it's not something I really like, because me, even as much as I am not a social butterfly, I find myself knowing everyone and knowing that they know everyone. It's just like a circle that I don't understand. But my circle is good. My tribe is good. We're having fun, and I do not complain about that. But if you're someone that doesn't really like a city where everyone just knows everybody, Winnipeg might not be your ideal city. So I personally don't like that about the city, but I'm good with my circle, like I said. So yeah, that is it. The next one is this one again is something I feel like we all agree on. Every Winnipegger agrees on this: the crime rate. And I know that a lot of people have asked me this question. So I heard you live in Winnipeg, especially people who know that I live in Canada and they want to relocate to Canada and they're thinking about Winnipeg as the city they want to live in. They always ask me this question, and most of these people are the reason I'm even doing this video. The crime rate. Unfortunately, it's true. Winnipeg has the highest crime rate when it comes to the whole of Canada. But the thing is, every city in Canada has a crime rate. I'm not going to justify it, but I'm not trying to justify it. Every city has their crime rate, but Winnipeg just has like, hey, the crime rate is high. It's very high, and the number of the drug abuse, homicide, every year you just hear all these numbers, and there are definitely very, very bad neighborhoods in Winnipeg. What I would advise is, as a person that is looking to come into the city and settle down, if you don't have friends who you can like ask questions and relate with to tell you how the place is, I would advise you do your research, like Google crime rates in this city. Well, in fact, it's not just about Manitoba or Winnipeg. Any city you want to live in Canada, I would advise you do your crime rates search on Google, so that you can know what neighborhoods you should stay away from, because certainly you would have to stay away from certain neighborhoods, you have to stay away from certain areas, you have to stay away from certain people. I mean, it's like the same thing everywhere, because the drug abuse is high, and in these neighborhoods there are mostly people who are like on government assistance. They don't have enough to survive, and some go the route of using drugs, the route of crime and all of that. Abusing drugs, you go to these neighborhoods and they're like throwing needles all around everywhere. Anybody can step on those things and get any kind of disease. So you have to just stay away from this neighborhood. That's all I can say. But I have been here for a year. God has been faithful. God has been has held up to his word on my life, and I take precaution as well, because you cannot use prayer where you need common sense. So I would just say apply common sense. That's it. I think the last one is fewer opportunities. Again, I would say I expected this because I moved to this place because it's a small province and a small city, and I am really an introvert. So I like the fact that it's small, it's homely, has all that vibe. But growing and, you know, stepping up, it's a drag when it comes to Winnipeg because there are fewer opportunities, unlike the big cities, Toronto and Vancouver and all of that. Those ones have like the higher opportunity rates, you know. Winnipeg is few, and I feel like this place is just a place where if you just get to Canada and you're trying to get your foot in the country, this is the perfect place for you to start. When you need to go further in life and all those kind of things, you might want to look elsewhere, unless you're just like me. I mean, me, I don't care, but fewer opportunities, yes. I really don't badun that about the place like that, but I'm good, I'm okay. So yeah, that is pretty much it for things that I do not like about Winnipeg. Yeah, it's just a very very little list, but there are things, the ones that really affect me more is the code of everything, is the code. The other things, the code and transit, yes. The other things like the crime rate does not really affect me too much because, I mean, like I said, stay away from people and places. Sometimes you can't avoid these things, but you just try as much as possible to stay away. We don't know what happens tomorrow, but while you're alive and you have your sense, use it. Because talking about the dangerous neighborhoods, I think some months ago my friend had a car parked. She went out to an event in one of these neighborhoods and someone broke into her car, and it wasn't like she had anything inside. They took her Zara shoe or whatever she had in there. So, but she wasn't living there, so if you live there, that would be like your daily encounter. So just try your best and, you know, do your research. But these are, for me, the things that I really do not like about the city. And I hope this video has helped you to get like a little insight on what you should look out for in Winnipeg when you want to move to Winnipeg. Like I said, next week I will do a video of the things that I love about the city and why I'm probably going to be out here for the next 2 to 3 years. So look out for that video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notification, like, comment, and share this video to anyone you know might need it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Before you go, check out my other videos. Bye.